Hey, downgrading marriage. Downgrade. What they are trying to do is to downgrade it. They're trying to make it meaningless. It's like taking a Rolls Royce and just saying, everybody can have it. Or taking, the latest fashion. It's like after you have, everybody has it, it doesn't mean anything. Then they're looking for something new. So what they're doing is downgrading. And why I say they're downgrading, because they're not upgrading it. They're not adding more value to marriage. They're making it so that it is less than what it used to be. And why I say that is because when you take away, when you don't have to qualify for it, when it's just you just throw the pearls before anybody, to be trampled on and for them to do anything they want. Marriage was one of those things that you could always look forward to. It's actually considered the last sacrament of man. That's why I defend it. I defend the actual sanctity of it, the actual quality of what it means to be married, that it is sacred, that it is special, that there's something quality about marriage, and that when you take it and you just throw it to anybody, you downgrade it. It's not an upgrade. It's a downgrade. You're taking away, and you're taking the value and the meaning of it when you give it to anybody. And here is what I mean by that. Because I can walk into a marriage, let's say Washington, D.C., and the danger about Kagan is like it's a switch and bait. It's like, nobody, I don't think they really know her orientation. I mean, it's kind of obvious by the way she cut her hair, or how she wears her hair, or not. When they don't wear makeup or try to pretty themselves up, or try to mimic or imitate a man, or try to make themselves less appealing to men. That's what generally dykes do. They don't want men, so they try to make them less, or they try to look to like a man so that it can attract women. Okay, so what I'm saying is there's a lot of reasons we can go on that, but that's not what this blog is about. So nobody really knows what she is, what her sexual origin, but it's kind of obvious by the way she fashions herself. But right now, I could walk into, let's say, so let me jump back. So the thing about it, the problem is switch and bait. So she gets on the court and then she decides, time to switch a rule. Now she's less moderate, and now we can't vote on the defense of marriage. We can't vote on maintaining the quality of marriage, and we can't vote on some of the regulations and some of the qualifiers of marriage. So what I'm saying is I can walk into let's say Washington, D.C. That's where they started, where they took away our rights to vote on marriage. So we're the first court person to do it. And so that's what this woman is about, is actually making it so that we can't vote on it. So I can walk into a place like D.C. and I can say I'm homosexual. I can walk in with a guy and say I'm homosexual, and nobody would. There's no qualifier. They have to take me for my word. The only thing that they'll ever they will not take me for my word for my citizenship. They will not take me for my word for a job. They will not take me for my word for a passport. They will not take my word for anything. A driver's license. Oh, I could drive. Just give me a license. I can drive. Well, they don't have to check my eyes. There's no physical. They basically don't know. You know that there's something wrong with that. You got to know that there's some kind there's nothing, and the bad part about it, there is no physical proof. There has never been any physical proof to say that you're, because it's just a desire. I could decide whether I want to be homosexual tomorrow and change my mind. So they had to downgrade homosexual marriage and then include all these other groups. So they're like, oh yeah, well, okay, well, you don't have to prove that you're homosexual. You just gotta, whatever. You could be bi, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual, lesbian, homosexual, whatever. You can be anything you want, and so that's what they want to open marriage to. You don't have to prove any of it, nothing. Or just take you for word. There's no physical test for it anyhow. And some of them like to argue it, but there is none when you got to go to marriage. They're not going to say, hey, let me check your eyes. Let me check your brain cells. Let me check your genome code. They're not going to do any of that, and it wouldn't come up proof. It should be at least that, to be fair. But they're not being fair about it. It's just a blatant agenda and a lie, So there's no proof. There's proof to fly an airplane. There's proof to cash a check. There's proof to spend your own money. There's proof to get your own money out of a bank. You don't even have to prove anything to just, all you got to do is say it. I can go with another guy and right now and as straight, or I don't know, I don't know if you call it, I think it's terrible to even call somebody straight. It's just really, what's straight, like Kagan's gonna be up there. Oh, that law is too straight. Oh no, that law is too homo. Oh, that law, it's like that guy who said, "Oh, you're too gay to pay. You're too gay to pay a straight guy." What's straight? What's gay? It's no proof. You can't tell one from another because it isn't. It's just a decision. It's just an activity. So that's why you got a whole bunch of men that is on the down low who is saying, no, they're sleeping with men, but saying, and passing diseases on to their wives, but saying, no, they're not gay. I just did what I had to do while I was in jail. Curl your toes if that hits you. Don't say ouch. Just don't say nothing. Just curl your toes. Nobody else see it. Curl your toes in your shoes. Anyway, so the truth, believe me, is I'm not trying to judge. I'm just calling the activities. What transpires. I'm just stating it. I'm just reporting it. We all know this. So there you have it. Absolutely. That's how it's a ridiculous, and it's a corrupt, chaotic thing and it's confusion to it, and there's hypocrisy to it because there is no, there's nothing that you can't do. You can't even, to purchase something online, I think you have to have some kind of form of ID or proof. No proof. Excuse me. No proof whatsoever. No proof. You gotta prove that you can drive. You got to have physical tests, that you can even drive a car, piece of metal. But this life commitment of two human beings' life, just no proof. So they downgraded it. They downgraded marriage. And that's why, marriage is special to me. That's why it's special to a lot of people. That's why you don't cheat when you marry. It's those people who are adulterous, who sleeping with other people, they're like, why not? They don't want to judge nobody, of course. They don't want to say, it's not judging. They don't want to, call anybody. They're like, well, I sleep with other people. They don't really value it anyway, like the governor. Patterson. If you got, how much value do you care about marriage when you sleeping? How much do you really care about those vows if you sleeping with everybody, and you married? They don't mind, I am not married. I probably wouldn't say it. If I was married, I probably would and cheated on my wife, which I don't plan to. That's another reason why I'm not married. Because if I can't make that commitment up front, then why, Anyway, that's not why I'm not married. I'm not. I could go there. Anyway, God bless you all. Love you all very much.